welcome to Spotlight. I'm your show host, Barbara Ragland, and today we have the honor of meeting someone that's the president of the Golden Fellowship Club in the Senior Center. And I'm really excited about this. Her name is Pauline Martin, and she's from England. And so that just fascinates me, and it adds a different dimension. So I'm going to ask her some questions about England, too. So I'd like to welcome you to Spotlight, Pauline.
Thank you, Barbara. It's good to be here.
Can you tell us about yourself and how you got involved with the Golden Fellowship?
Well, I came to the United States with my husband, who was offered a job by his company 45 years ago.
Oh.
And a local church was looking for a fourth grade teacher, which was my profession. I still had, my youngest was a 3-year-old, but my friend said she would sit for me, and I went for an interview, and they hired me. So 30 years later, I retired. That was 1998. And I heard about the Golden Fellowship Club. So my husband and I came along to see what it was like, and we joined. What we found out later is that the club actually began way back in 1957, right here in the town of Windsor, for a group of women, first of all, and then the men came in a few months later at the first church in Windsor. And what they did initially was meet in each other's home, and then when the group grew so big, they went to the church hall. And little by little, they moved around the town. They were at the Sill House for a while, and just meeting once a month, except the summer months. And the idea being a social group. So what they did was have the meeting each month, and then they would go out to lunch. And then later on, they put shows. They found places that were offering lunch and a show. And so that's how the group grew. Back in, I believe it was 1991, they came to the Windsor Senior Center and have been meeting here ever since. And as I said, we meet once a month on the third Wednesday of the month at 1 p.m. for a short business meeting. Lasts about 25-30 minutes. And then we have entertainment. We bring in an entertainer. We've had various entertainers, singers, dancers, musicians, magicians, all kinds of entertainers over the years. And my husband, Tom, is the one that looks for those, hires them for the monthly meeting. Twice a year, because of the precarious weather months, we have bingo instead of an entertainer.
Okay.
So that's pretty much, but we're purely a social group.
And that's kind of nice.
Yes, it is.
Know? And you have lunch. You said you had lunch before. You have lunch in,
some people
a fair
do.
or a play or something.
Yes, when we go out. That's a bus trip.
Okay.
We do trips. Used to do them once a month, but because of the economy, etc., times are hard. And so what we do now is alternate with the other group, AARP.
Okay.
So we do alternate months for a trip of that kind.
Okay.
And occasionally we do overnights. Like in February of next year, we're going to Atlantic City for 3 days, 2 nights.
How about your membership? How many members do you have?
On the books, we have 168, but at regular meetings, we probably average about 65, 75.
That's
yes,
a large group.
Yes, but it's dwindling. Again, I think, there's so many things going on, activities, etc., that we don't always maintain such a high number.
And you said you met in various churches in different areas.
They did before my time.
Before
before
they came. So how does one get involved in this group?
You just you're invited to the meeting. Anyone can, anyone can come. 55 and over are welcome to join us. We are a senior group, but we have a good time. The whole thing is a social time from 1 o'clock till about 3 in the afternoon. So it gets us out of the house and we have fun together.
I think so. That sounds really good. Do some of the members of the fellowship, are they retired from different professions?
Oh,
What
yes,
kind of
we
professions?
have all kinds. We have accountants, we have school teachers, we have nurses, you know, across the board, I think you could say
Yeah.
pretty much. Yes, yes.
How old were you when you came from England?
I was 33.
Okay. Oh, that's a good age to come.
Yes,
That's
yes.
a
I had
really,
my 3 children, so
yeah.
the 5 of us came together.
Uh-huh. And so you moved to Windsor.
We didn't come to Windsor originally. The job was in New York City, but we had friends that lived in Windsor, and they invited us over for July 4th, and we fell in love with Windsor.
Yeah.
And so my husband applied for a job at Combustion Engineering, as it was then, and they accepted him, and so over we came.
Did you like New York?
New York was very quiet. It was very rural where we were, up in Fishkill.
Oh,
in
okay.
the,
Upstate New York.
Yes, up in the Catskill area there. Yeah.
So that's a cross between New York and Windsor.
That,
You know,
yes,
that
yes,
kind
it
of
was.
mix.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
it's not. When you said New York, right away I thought New York City.
Oh, oh
But
no, very different from New York
very
City.
diddy.
Yes.
When you lived in England, did you live in a rural area?
We were in
or?
a suburb of Liverpool, but it was very built up, you know.
Okay.
So you really didn't notice the difference traveling from the city out to where we lived.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you find, can you compare Windsor to the Liverpool area?
Yes, pretty much now. You know, when we first came to Windsor, I would say Windsor was a little more countrified
Yes.
than where we were. But right now it's built up so much over the years that, yes, I would say it's comparable.
And you enjoy that?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you do, what are your plans for until the end of the year? Do you do any special holiday things?
Yes, we do.
give-
We have a Christmas banquet every year, the month of December. We usually try for our meeting date, but if it's a little too close to Christmas, we do it the week before. So the second week this year, December 12, we're going to have our Christmas banquet, and we have it at Chez Joseph, which gives it a nice
Very nice.
affair. Yes, and we have a cocktail hour before at 11 a.m. to 12 noon. Then we go into lunch, and we have a set menu of choices for the members, and we advertise that through our senior center here. And we have a keyboard and a singer entertainer that comes for the duration of the meal until 3 p.m. And we have sing-along, we have dancing. So it's a good time. And we used to do it on our own, but again, because members weren't traveling as much and joining us there, we share it with AARP now.
Okay, so that's a big affair.
Yes, yes, it is. Yes. We've had over 100 people attend each year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're hoping that we're going to be able to do it again this year for the same.
For the Golden Fellowship, is there a fee? Do you come in and you pay dues?
Yes,
or-
if you decide to join us, you don't have to join to come. You can come and see what we're like. If you like us, join us. And you pay $5 a year, which pays for the entertainers. So we don't hoard any money. We kind of pay
No.
out what we take in each year.
Yeah. So, do you have anything other than your activities, other than your plays and your, or it's just a social affair?
We usually, if we go to a banqueting hall, it's usually an entertainer or a group of entertainers.
Okay.
But if we go to the theater, which again, the lunch theaters, they usually put on shows, musicals, and that kind of thing. So it's a variety. And then at other times, we've gone to wineries to visit the winery and had
nice.
lunch. We did the Christmas lights, and we have lunch first and then go and see the Christmas lights, that kind of thing.
Where are the Christmas lights in Springfield?
Well, we've
around
done
here?
Springfield, and we've done way up in Massachusetts at the Salesian monastery up there. They have beautiful lights, a beautiful display. The whole grounds are set out, and you can walk at your own pace around that, or take the trolley. You know, they have a trolley that takes you around. And there's a Father Paul who gives a dissertation before you start the whole thing, and he's quite a comedian. So it's a fun day going up there.
What about transportation?
Transportation is with different bus companies.
I
We
see.
arrange it through tour companies. They provide the bus and the luncheon scenario, etc., for us, and we just pay the fee. And they take
Okay,
us.
so you do pay the fee. So that's going to be
Well,
more-
if you take a trip, you pay for the trip.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
you pay for the trip.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that
I was
doesn't
gonna
come
say,
free.
That doesn't $5. I don't know.
No, but they range from about $65 to $75.
Okay.
That's your lunch and the show, the transportation, everything combined, and your tip for the driver. So, you know, it's a good day out if you enjoy that
certainly
kind of
is.
thing.
Do you have any ideas about anything new that you'd like to do? Or since it's called the Golden Fellowship, and it means getting along and joining other people and, fellowshipping with people.
Yeah,
And,
we do with each other, but we
yeah.
haven't, we just reach out to groups with our charity, with, the high school graduation we usually participate in by donating, but not, associating.
Oh, that's a good idea. What do you mean by donating?
We make a donation from the club to,
Okay.
to them,
Do you have a scholarship?
No,
one
no, it's
set
not
up
a
or
scholarship.
just
It's just the graduation post-ceremony activities that they have.
Oh.
Yeah, I forget what they call it, but it's run by the
the
PTA
school.
Association. It's to keep the children safe after graduation. They have entertainment for them. They have music and dancing, I believe, for them.
That's a good
Yeah,
idea.
yeah,
That
right.
really
And,
is.
yeah, and that's something that they don't pay for. It's contributions like ours that
Yes.
help provide that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that I had a friend that I won't mention the town, but for that kind of activity after graduation or whatever, they assess the parents at about $150 a piece. And they really, and so I think it's good that in Windsor
it
they
is.
donate the money for this kind of activity. But
As
they
far
don't
as I
do it
know,
everywhere.
I don't know the management side of it. I just know that
Okay.
we help with our contribution. So, I don't know if they have something in that regard. I don't know. I could find out. I guess.
No, it's just something
yeah,
to discuss.
something, yes,
Do you
it
have
is.
any other things that you do like that? Any other activities that you do like that?
Well, members that are deceased or have relatives that are deceased, we usually donate to their memorial
Very good.
charities, that they bring in. And it's a minimal amount, but at least it says that we care,
It does,
for
yeah.
each other. And then after our entertainer has entertained, we go into the cafeteria here, and we have chit-chat, social hour, refreshments, So that's pretty much
That
what we
really
do.
sounds. I was going to ask you if you did anything for Thanksgiving. No.
No, nothing special. No.
Okay,
no.
just for the
It's
holidays.
just
and
just simply our Christmas. Yes, yeah. And then in June, the AARP have their banquet, so we join them in June. So it's like twice a year we have that, and theirs is also at Chez Joseph.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you find that you have the same members in both groups?
Pretty much.
Similar?
This is
I was
this
wondering.
is what happens. Yes. So people belong to both groups. Ours is purely the social, entertaining type scenario. Theirs is they have varieties of presentations and presenters that come in with informative information, which is good.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course, they
So
send a lot in the mail,
that's
too.
their arm, not ours. But they share, and it's good.
Do you get any feedback, or everybody enjoys it? Any suggestions of other things that
We
you
ask for them every time, but nobody comes forward. I guess that means they're happy enough with what we have.
I think it's a great idea.
Oh, I do too.
I
do
do.
too. You know,
The
it
Golden
beats sitting at
Fellowship.
home.
It really does.
Yes,
It really
yes.
does. The
And
Golden Fellowship.
That,
Yeah.
yes, it is.
Yeah.
And, you know, a conversation keeps the brain alert.
It does.
Which helps us.
It
Yes.
really does.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what are you going to do your next meeting?
At this next meeting in October, we have an entertainer. She's a local gal from right here in Windsor who does Barbara Streisand impersonations.
Wow.
She is fantastic. She blew me away when I listened to her. We couldn't get her video. For some reason, our computer wouldn't bring it up, but she has photo and voice. You just think you were looking at Barbara singing. She is.
Isn't that since Barbara she was on the Katie show yesterday?
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
and she usually doesn't do any interviews.
That's true.
So and so she looks like her too?
yes, she does. The younger Barbara, not like Barbara
Not
today.
no.
She's like the rest of us. She's beginning to show her age.
Right, right.
But that's fine. You know, we all get there.
Oh, that's going to be nice.
Yes, I think so. I think people enjoy it. So, you know, if you're listening and you heard this, do come along. You'll be surprised.
Oh.
She's actually the daughter-in-law of one of our members.
Oh, isn't that something?
Yes.
Yeah, so you can reach right in your group and find talent.
That's right. Yes.
And that
yes.
is really, really a good idea.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So she's going to entertain you.
Yes, she is. Yes. We, you know, for a small fee, which is great.
Yeah.
Because our membership dues are not that great that we can afford fantastic entertainers. But I have to say that Tom somehow or other weeds them out and finds them, and we've had nothing but accolades every time we have the show.
That is
Yes,
really,
yeah.
really good. Yeah. So those are your. Is any time during the year do you cut off or take a month off or whatever?
We don't meet in July. Well, June is the banquet with AARP, so we don't have a meeting. And July or August, we don't meet either. People are usually taking vacation or whatever, so you know, we figure that respite is good. And we look forward to September when we start up again, which we did 2 weeks ago.
What did you do 2 weeks ago?
We had an entertainer from Longmeadow, Massachusetts, by the name of Gary Jones. He does country and western style guitar playing, singing. He was great. And again, the people said, oh, you know, well, actually, Tom and I were away down in Florida in March, and we had him come. And the people were so enthralled, they said, you've got to bring him back. So when Tom was looking for somebody for September, we said, well, let's try him and see if he's available. And he was. So he came, and he was everything that they said. Really great entertainer. The time just went by, you know. And he does little quips about himself and about the music along with the singing. So, you know, but he was really good, really good.
I think, you know, that the entertainment and the luncheon and whatever, that's really good, and that's kind of relaxing.
Yes, it is.
Just to come out and spend some time and have different kinds of talents coming in that you probably wouldn't be aware of otherwise.
That's true.
So that you know, is good for both people, you know, both ends. For you all, it helps you, and then it exposes a person with talent.
That's true.
That, you know,
that are making a start for the most part. Yes.
And the word can be passed along and whatever.
That's true.
Your husband should become an agent, a talent agent.
He's got all the tactics, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Yes, well, we share it. Tom and I sing with the Gold Tones up in Enfield, and he shares entertaining information with the coordinator up there, Sue. I forgot her last name. But, you know, it tells her if we've got somebody good that our members have said they really enjoy. Because she does something similar, you know, for the groups up there. And, but it's not a particular club. They do it for the whole senior center, and they charge a ticket money to go in to see each entertainer, you know. So that's another way of doing it. But we like to think we can do it for the whole year with our one membership fee.
So, you know, when do you set up your calendar? No, you came back in
Usually
September.
September, October, when all of the trips and things come out. Our meeting
Okay.
is already done. We know that the months of January through May on the third Wednesday, and September through November on the third Wednesday.
And your calendar is set for your entertainment and everything?
Well, we start working on that usually August, September, depending on when the tour groups are available to us, you know. We don't
Okay.
go looking for trips. They come to us and show us what they have to offer,
Oh,
and we
that's
pick
good.
from that. Yes, yeah. So, but if we had a particular trip in mind, we could also approach them to set that up for us and do it, you know. But when they send it to us, we know exactly how much it's going to cost, and we can say, well, yes, that's doable by our seniors, or no, it's too expensive, you
Okay.
know. So we get to choose that way.
So that means you're kind of well known.
Yes.
If people send you information
Oh,
about
yes.
what's going
oh,
on.
yes. They come from all over.
I'm sure.
Yes, but
I'm
it's
sure.
good. So you can pick and choose and, you know what's reasonable and enjoyable, too. So.
And so your next meeting is going to be
It's October 17th.
17th,
Yes,
okay.
yeah.
Here,
at 1 o'clock.
at 1
Here
o'clock.
at the senior center, yes. We're meeting in the cafeteria because our numbers are a little smaller and the type of entertainer that we have. We figured she probably would be more approachable by our members rather than in the auditorium, which we have in the past. With so
Okay.
few members, and they always like to sit at the back. You know, it's just like church
True.
days. Everybody
Church.
piles in at the back. And they do
Yeah.
that here. So it's hard for the entertainer to be way down on stage or sometimes in front of the stage to entertain those people sitting way back in the auditorium. So we're going to try the cafeteria and see. We have used the cafeteria when the auditorium wasn't available to us for other activities that were going on there. And it worked out well. So we said that we'll, you know, try it for October, and if it goes well, then we'll continue there, I think.
And lunch, well, the people don't play cards during
No,
that time?
Wednesday is our day. So we have the auditorium for our meeting and the cafeteria for our social time, you know, the refreshments and that. So it is available to us at that time. Yes. For the most part, it's ours. Where there was a little mix-up last meeting, the Blitz group were also in the cafeteria, so it made it a
What's the
little
Blitz
difficult.
group?
They're the people. I think it was called Blitz. I think I have the right term. They use the computers to set up the energy program
Okay,
for
yeah.
the town of Windsor.
Yeah.
And they were in the cafeteria with us at that time. So we were planning to be in the cafeteria with our entertainer because it would have been ideal. We spoke with him afterwards and said, you know, what did you think about the auditorium? He says, well, it is a little tough trying to reach those people all the way at the back. But he had a powerful voice, so I know it was no problem for him. But he said the cafeteria scenario would be a lot better, he thought. So, yeah. So that's, you know, his point of view, too, as well as ours.
Sure, yeah.
So I'm sure it'll work out well.
So maybe you go to Vegas, huh?
Yeah, we're going on Monday.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, to see what that's all about. And if it works out well, and it's a new hotel that's there. It's been up nearly 2 years now, but it sounds good. It's not on the Strip. It's just shortly off the Strip. But we want to see what it's like, and if it's good, we may take a group there next year or the year after.
That sounds really,
yes, it would.
really good.
Would
I'll
be
have
good.
to see if I can have enough money to go that time or whatever.
Yes, yeah. Well, that's
if I
the thing.
enjoy
you
this
know.
trip.
Yeah, I'm sure you will, Barbara. This is going to be your first time, right?
Yes.
Yes,
You know,
will.
I've been to the islands. I've been everywhere,
Yes.
but never
to Vegas. Well,
No,
there you,
to the
there you are.
casinos,
Yeah,
to
yes.
Atlantic City, everywhere.
Yes, but not there.
Not there. No.
Oh, they'll welcome you. They'll welcome you.
I understand
really
from
is.
everyone. I've
Yes.
really got positive feedback about it, so I'm really pleased about it.
And of course, they have the top shows, you know.
I understand.
So, yes.
Do they still have those lounges where you can go in?
Oh,
and-
yes, and they have entertainers singing there, yes, for the most part. Once in a while, you have a comedian, but most of the time it's singers that do the lounge
The lounge
entertaining, yes.
entertaining.
But and that's free. You don't have to pay for that.
I heard. That's where I'll go. And How do you find out about them? Probably at the front desk of your hotel.
When you check in, they usually give you a booklet of entertainment that tells you what's going on, and then of course the local paper will always tell you where the shows are. The problem is with most of them, if you haven't booked them before you go, you may have a tough time getting in on a particular show. Yes, but a lot of the groups that go, they have the shows in with their package, so you get to see it that way.
Yeah. Pauline, it's really been great talking to you about I was going to ask you, do you know where the name Golden Fellowship came from?
Only because, I guess the expression the golden years always referred to the older population.
Yeah.
And so I think that's why they named it. But I never did know the origin, specifically. But I think that's why they called it
I like the
that.
idea golden, the
Yes,
Golden
I do
Fellowship.
too.
Yeah.
Shiny.
Yeah. And people getting along and meeting with each other, and socializing, and I like the socializing part
and
of it.
a lot of experience in with those years, so they've got a lot of sharing to do.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a good time.
Is it predominantly male or female, or
I would
how's
say
the makeup?
There are more women, but we have quite a few men that are with us in the group. Yes, yes. But it is, as most of those groups in that age group are, the majority are women.
Yeah. Yeah, we tend to live longer.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know what it is we do, but we do.
Yeah. I've enjoyed. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
No, just if you have enjoyed listening today, to come along on October 17th, Wednesday at 1 p.m. and see what we're all about. And as I said, our entertainer is terrific, so I know you'll enjoy her.
Yeah, I'm going to circle my calendar. I hope I don't have anything on that Wednesday.
On that Wednesday.
I'm not
Hopefully
sure.
not.
Yeah.
Okay, Barbara.
And maybe I'll come. And so when you come, you bring your $5 or
No,
what?
you just come and visit, and then if you join us, you come to the next meeting and pay your dues.
Okay. Yeah.
And if you come October, then the dues you pay would be for the following year.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So we've just had a wonderful time talking about the Golden Fellowship, and it just seems like 55 and older, you should really join, because it's, you don't have to find out a lot of information about all the things that are available to you for health and energy and other things. It's just a time to relax. So I'm really pleased today to have Pauline Martin here. And with her personality, I think it's wonderful that she's the president of this group. And I'm sure she makes everyone feel welcome. She certainly has made me feel very comfortable. So I hope we'll see her again. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Barbara, for having me. It was nice being here with you.
And it was nice meeting you.
And sharing our information. And I'm sure if you come, you're listening to me now, you won't be disappointed. I certainly haven't been.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And this is Barbara Ragland saying, be good to yourself and others, and don't forget to vote. We don't care who you vote for. Just get out and exercise your right to vote. Thank you.